is very different. So that's what we said when we first started the call. We agreed that the standards or the styles of dating or relationships has changed nowadays, and I think that we have to acknowledge the level of freedom that particularly women have nowadays. Back then, women did not have the kind of freedom that they have now, and this is why certain women are able to decide who they want to marry. Women didn't really have that choice back then, you know, so it's a bit tricky. I think that now we have to look at how do we define Christian dating nowadays without going back in time, because if you want to date as a Christian, as a woman, and you want to compare the way that you date now to the way that they used to date in the Bible, then you have to be ready to be snatched up out of your father's house to some man that is shorter than you, or some man that is hairy that you don't even like. That's the reality.
We will agree to disagree to agree, in the sense that even if we want to put it to this time, what are your standards in the actual topic link, which we always refer back to the topic, so I'll make sure that we're in line with that, which we are discussing anyway.
Because we're kind of digressing slightly.
And I think Bernie, Miss Rhoda will agree with me, and it looks like maybe Amanda's on the fence and Winnie's on the complete other side. I think you're single until you're
end of discussion.
And if, even as a Christian stance, which I am going from, you are technically single until you're married. Really and truly. Anything can happen. Dating is not biblical as such. Yes, okay, you can get engaged, and engagement
you know what? I'm gonna come for you now. I'm coming for you. Lady T, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. And Sheena, because listen, before you were married, wait, did you have Uncle? Oh, I'm sorry, Apostle. Forgive me.
Yes. No.
Did you have? Were you exclusive with were you exclusive with Apostle? Were you serious with him? Did you cut off every other guy? Oh, and consider this. Hold on to that. Before you answer that, hold on to that. If you had, wait, off your mic. So wait now. Would you have been okay if you found out that he had other women on that same dating level as he had you before you? Would you personally? No, let me not answer. You answer that question now. Confess.
It's getting hot in here.
Okay. God, it's
getting hot in here.
Wahala day. Wahala.
Listen. Let me answer that question. Let me answer.
Go. Answer.
Anyway, you people know part of my history to some extent. I was a hot and fine woman.
Yes.
When I was dating, I was not only dating just one person. I will tell you the truth. No, I had many people I was talking to, or that wanted to
Pastor Mrs.
me, but I was still living my single life and holding them on the fence. Then
off your mic.
With his magic system.
Hey,
magic system.
Oh my God,
Everywhere, ticking all the right boxes. And then I now gave him my exclusive time and attention. And
that's it.
But was that before marriage or after?
Let me continue. And knowing, because he said his intention is to marry. He said his intention is to, and I knew his intention is to marry because of the kind of person he was. Whereas you know, and most women know here, most guys will not tell you that from the beginning. They say, let's see where this is going to take us. Let's be committed and see where it will take us first, without no intention. But I knew that he was serious, and only to the point that I knew that he was serious did I then say, sorry, I can't talk to you anymore because I'm heading for marriage now. This is a serious document to sign. But prior to that, even though I had a, what do you call it, boyfriend, for example, because it wasn't my first boyfriend, but somebody that I was getting to know to that level that I thought, okay, maybe this person might head towards marriage. Never did that person say to me that, you know what, Lady T, I'm going to marry you next year, or I'm going to marry you in 2 years. So that person, I'm sorry, was just sitting as a part of other people that I was getting to know. That's what I'm trying to say.
Put them in categories, mate.
That came and said, you are the person I want to marry. So therefore, let's take each other seriously. Yes, I'm ready for that. Let's go in that direction. I'll focus for that. But not a person before that was like that. Okay, let's see where things go. Now, my dear, we're not seeing where things go. It gets to the stage where we're not doing that anymore. And that's the truth of the matter, you know? I thank God.
But when you sing, even though you agreed that you would see where things were going, if you found out that he was still talking to other women to see where things were going with them, would you have been okay with that? Would you still say, take your mind back to that time? Would you still accept the fact that, well, he's single till married, so you know what, it's okay? Even though he said to you, he's dating for you guys in order for you guys to get married, because he's still single, isn't it?
To be honest, the truth is I would have been upset about that, but I would have accepted it until...
So you would have continued dating him?
Proposal. Because at the same time, like I just said to you earlier, I was pretty much doing the same thing. I had an open mind that anything can happen until we now said to ourselves that we want to be serious.
Right.
So reality. Even though as a woman, I would want to be upset because women are like that. We get easily jealous. And we're like, what? You want to tell me that you were taking me here and there and everywhere? You're taking another woman here, there, and everywhere. You know? But then you have to sit back and be like, oh, hold on a second. 2 Saturdays ago, I was talking to one other guy actually that was telling me that he wants to take me out. So who am I, kind of thing? Or I'm still giving my attention to maybe another person that texts me or whatever, or was trying to keep in touch with myself until you now said, actually, you know what?
One last question.
I'm going to be exclusive to.
So would you have been okay in that time? Yes, don't worry.
In that time, would you be sensitive about that?
Yeah. In that time, would you have been okay with him saying to you, "Oh, sorry, Triumph, I can't meet up on Thursday because I'm taking another lady out to dinner"? Would you have ended the relationship? Come on. Don't complicate this. Yes or no? It's yes or no.
That's what I'm trying to get to. Let her answer now. Let her answer. No, of course I won't be all right with that because you're telling me that. So it's better I don't know that. And that's why I said for women shouldn't tell. You can't go and tell the guy that. Even the example that we had, you can't go and tell the guy that I'm dating 3 people. Why are you going to do that? Nobody likes that. Nobody wants to hear it. But at the end of the day, if they find out, okay, fine. It can cause trouble. But you can't have that conversation and say, oh, yes, all right, you're going to date this girl on Thursday. Go and date her. That's fine.
Exactly.
But then if you have somebody that's honest like that, which also happens, you got to respect that person to
that's it.
And honest with you in the first place. Maybe I would have been like, wow, this man is real. At least he's being real with me. He ain't deceiving me. He ain't doing
exactly.
But I can't really answer that question because that didn't happen to me anyway. But of course, naturally, I might be upset. But at the same time, I may have respected him and be like, okay, at least he's being open and honest with me.